Well, listen, we are, of course, going to be taking all your calls and questions live on the air in a few moments. Instead of using our Dr. Tony's Tip of the Week time, we're going to let that set aside for this week and go right to this thermography imaging and the scanning and the technology that the Martin Clinic now has in Sudbury. We're so blessed to have the Martin Clinic here in Northern Ontario. They're on the very cutting edge of helping us stay healthy. So let's get right to it. Before we show the video, though, tell us, what is this new technology called thermography?
Well, thermography are, Curtis, probably the better name for it is thermal imaging.
Okay.
And what it is, Curtis, I've talked about this a lot, is one of the markers in the body is inflammation, okay? So if you kick me in the knee, normal that your body will have, my body will respond by inflammation. That's sort of the body's ambulance running to the area with extra blood, extra enzymes, extra proteins, because it's the ambulance, right? It's coming.
That's what causes the swelling?
That's what causes the swelling and all that. And that's normal. And that's good. Your body knows what to do. But what if that doesn't go away, Curtis? That same swelling or inflammation will start to destroy good tissue like blood vessels. And
wow.
And here's where this comes from. About 25 years ago, Curtis, they found that people that had rheumatoid arthritis, for example, like an arthritic condition, right, were 50% more likely to have a heart attack.
Oh, boy.
And doctors were scratching their head trying to figure out, well, what's the link? Why would somebody with rheumatoid arthritis, what's that got to do with the heart? But it does, because an arthritis, of course, is an inflammation. Curtis, what they've shown, free radical damage, which is oxidative damage inside the body, and causes inflammation. Inflammation damages healthy cells, chronic inflammation. And often, Curtis, the problem with inflammation, it's silent. What if you have inflammation around your heart? You don't even know it. You have no symptoms of it. You feel good.
Right.
In our day and age, what we do is we usually wait till somebody has a heart attack, or we look at their blood pressure and all. And those are all good things, by the way. But what's even shows you something earlier would be if you could see something light up like a Christmas tree on an image, right?
Right.
So that's where thermal imaging comes in, Curtis. Now, let me just tell you a little story about it. If anybody remembers the Boston bomber, and actually, if you, watch for PBS, they'll often put this, they rerun this, how they caught the Boston bomber. It's always very interesting.
Okay.
Curtis, the FBI used the same camera that we have in our office. It's a high state-of-the-art thermal imaging, meaning that it detects heat. And on that, it's so interesting to watch. They were a mile in the sky. One of the Boston, they shot one. The other one got away. Was in a neighborhood in a Boston neighborhood for a couple of days, and they couldn't find him.
Okay.
He was hiding inside of a boat, and under a tarp. And it was a bigger boat, so he was just sort of hiding there for 2 days. And guess what? The FBI was in the sky, and a mile up in the sky, they could see him with this camera. Why? Because he was sweating.
Wow.
And it picked up his image at a mile away. And Curtis, on the same documentary, they showed a guy smoking in Boston. And he just flipped his cigarette on the ground. They were a mile up. They could see that cigarette in its because of the heat.
Okay.
So Curtis, it's a heat detector. And thermal imaging is exactly that. It's picking up heat, meaning the body will give signs of inflammation before you get sick. And isn't that great? I mean, we're into prevention, Curtis, and we actually measure inflammation in one of our blood tests. But this is, it gives your body a whole scan. It's amazing.
So let's go. We're going to go to the Martin Clinic in just a moment. But first, I want to give you one more chance. If you're watching on Eastlink TV, Channel 10, that's fantastic. You're about to see some amazing imagery that I've never seen before in my life. This thermal imaging, thermography, as they call it. Now, if you're listening on radio, I'll give you 30 more seconds to go to your computer really quickly and go to our website at kfmradio.ca. You're going to want to see these images. They're really spectacular. Not because it's me. Trust me. That's the hard part to watch. But the actual images are kind of cool. Very, very informative and cutting-edge technology. So go to your computer. kfmradio.ca is our website. That's kfmradio.ca. And you'll be able to click on the live TV button. Just scroll down a little bit. On the right-hand side, you'll see a play button, and you play that live TV. You're going to want to see the images we are about to show. So last 10 seconds, go to your computer real quick if you don't have Eastlink Channel 10, and get ready to see this brand new technology here in Northern Ontario that we're so excited to share with you. Okay, we're going to go right to Dave in our production room. And Dave, go ahead and roll the images from the Martin Clinic. And Tony, you give us a play-by-play about what we're seeing here.
Okay, well, there's the camera. And again, state-of-the-art, Curtis. So here's and you see the fan there, Curtis? Mm-hmm. We got to freeze you out first.
Uh-oh.
Okay, because we don't want to and look at that man. Okay, so what it is, Curtis, okay, is now we're doing a full scan on you, looking for any areas of inflammation. And when you see it, it'll actually light up, okay? So here they are. They're scanning your back. They get your arms up, and we're looking at your hands and looking at your circulation in your hands. Curtis, you seem to be in very good shape so far, okay? Your spine and all that, which it can be used to detect certain areas in the spine, of course. But look at how we can see all your fingers, Curtis. That's a good sign. A lot of people, Curtis, come in. We can't even see their fingers.
Really?
Because they got no circulation there.
Oh.
And it amazing. Now look at this, Curtis. I want to show you how this is so beautiful.
Okay, so this is image number 1 here.
Okay. And when we go to image number 2, I want to show you here how beautiful this camera is, because it'll play. Now, Curtis, look at your blood vessels. No, isn't that great, eh? Like that's good, Curtis, okay? Because that is such a good image. You can see, Curtis, there when you look at that. Now, did you have a cold or anything like that?
I did have a little bit of a cold,
okay,
yes.
You know why? You can see that. Like if you look at the oral area there, okay, including the sinus around his nose, he had inflammation there. So that's, again, that, that I usually ask, so you got a cold? Well, that's going to show up. So you did have a little bit of one, okay? So
yes.
that's again, shows you how accurate this is. Now look at Curtis. Your blood vessels seem to be very, very good. You might have had a little bit of inflammation over on your right shoulder, but not bad. Anything around the neck? You see that stuff around the neck? A little bit of redness.
It looks
there,
red
Curtis?
around the neck.
Yeah, that's nothing, because everybody lights up there. It's sweat.
Okay.
You don't think you were sweating because we tried to freeze you out, Curtis, but I've never had an image yet where around the neck. Now, if it was bright red in the middle of that, the neck there, then your thyroid's not working properly. Doesn't mean it's disease. It just means that it's lighting up. It means that it might not. Yours is good, by the way. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And your blood vessels, Curtis, look really good. You're around your heart. Everything seems to be very open there, which is always good. A good sign. Yeah, I mean, you got very good imaging, Curtis, okay?
Well, thank you.
Well, let's go to another slide, because I want to show, we'll look at the legs. And, if you got a woman has varicose veins, or even if there's any blockage starting, Curtis,
right?
This detector will just light it up.
Okay.
Now, do you have cold feet?
I do have cold feet. You can tell.
Because we can't, even though
you put a fan on me and cooled me right
Curtis,
off.
no, listen to me. You had good circulation to your hands, but not quite as good to your feet.
That's true.
Okay? So I always get a kick out of it, because everybody, when we go through this with our patients, they always say, yeah, you know what? How did you know that? Well, it's just because we can see it.
And I made sure I kept long shorts on, just for the sake of our family viewers.
And right, we don't have to, Curtis, disrobe completely, because we're looking for images in specific places. And Curtis, you got very good circulation to the leg. Like, if you had any blockages or even bad joint problems, that would light up.
What's the next picture there?
Yeah, let's have a look. Well, you see,
okay.
Now, Curtis, this is good news for you. Okay, it'll be good news for anybody there. You can
We're
all
seeing
you.
we're seeing a picture of my belly button
Yeah,
to my
the
chest.
abdomen, right? And in the abdomen, Curtis, you got your liver, you got your stomach, you got your pancreas, you got all your bowel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Curtis, nothing lights up there. That's always good. Okay. Again, if you don't light up like a Christmas tree in certain areas,
Right.
then you're actually quite good. So that you've got really good imaging. But this is how detailed, Curtis, these images are. So it's really
amazing.
wonderful. Yeah, it really is. It's great technology. The radiologists that we were trained under, they're just so excited because, Curtis, it's a camera. It's not. There's no radiation. There's no
just a
side
camera.
effect. I mean, listen, I'm not telling people, of course, not to get, some imaging you need, from, MRIs or whatever, X-rays. Come on, if your doctor orders it, you need it. But all I'm saying is that this here it's a heat detector.
Yes.
Curtis, the FBI can see people behind a building with this.
It's amazing.
Because as long as they're sweating,
Yeah.
they're going to light up.
Now, for the benefit of those